I'm backing up my truck, I'm gonna hook it up, loading up my boat with all my gear. I've been working hard all week, trying to make ends meet, spending time wishing I was fishing. Well, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing. Gather up your gear and come along. Well, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing.
This is Terry Wickstrom. Join Karen Cullum, Greg Clusiau, and me as we take you to some of our favorite fishing spots from Colorado to Minnesota, the Arctic Circle to Central America and beyond. As we revisit episodes of Mountain States Fishing and Angling Adventures Television on the best of fishing with Terry Wickstrom.
Well, folks, on the other side of this hill is the Mississippi River. Now, you've seen us fish the Mississippi on all ends of it. And if you went about, Griz, about 15 minutes that way, we'd be in downtown St. Paul.
Right.
And we're really, really thrilled today to get to fish not only on one of my favorite bodies of water, the Mississippi River, but with one of the most legendary guides, not only Minnesota, but North America. What's your real name, Griz?
Well, it's Dick Grzywinski.
And but no one knows him by that. But you ask anybody if they know the Griz, and Minnesota Hall of Fame, National Hall of Fame for fishing, in the Science Museum for work on the Mississippi River.
Yep.
And the man who pioneered what is one of the best trophy walleye catch and release fisheries in North America. And you've been guiding here for how long?
Oh, the last 30 years and all my life, actually.
Fishing on it for over 50 and 60, over 60, and guiding on it for 30. We're in for a great treat. Now, what we're going to be doing is fishing on the Mississippi River. It's a catch and release walleye and bass fishery, but there's also catfish. And of course, joining us today, we've got Greg Clusiau. You've seen him, our co-host. Greg, good to be out again.
Again, we're going to have some fun.
We are, and it's going to be a good time. Now, Griz, on a typical day here, not uncommon to catch a double-digit walleye, is it?
No, it happens every day almost.
Yep. Now, we don't know if we're going to get a giant or not. You can never predict that, but we're going to go target some nice walleyes, catch and release. But while we're fishing, we expect to get into multi-species. There's bass, there's sawguys, there's panfish, catfish, just about anything a guy could want.
Yeah. You got crappies and northerns. You don't know. Every time you get a bite, you can't say what it is until you get it up. So.
Well, we're going to get out there. You're going to look at about 150 years of fishing experience with one of the best guides in North America, between the three of us here. And maybe we'll catch a couple fish and have a good time and show you that if you come to an area like Minneapolis, St. Paul, or if you live in this area, get a hold of Griz after you see what happens, because you'll realize you don't have to travel hundreds of miles up into Canada to have great fishing. You can do it right here outside a metropolitan area. Guys, let's go out there and show them the Mississippi River and downtown Twin Cities.
I'm ready.
Looking forward to it. Let's go. You know, a lot of people, if I was going to fish just one presentation, a jig is just about as good as it gets.
Yep, you can't get it any better than that. Matter of fact, the Navy puts a piece of line and a jig in their survival kit, because all over the world the jig works. You know,
we've caught fish in the ocean, we've caught them in the rivers, we've caught them from the Arctic Circle to the equator on a jig, and just about everything that swims, and it's my favorite way to fish.
Yep, me too. See, when you use a crankbait, you know, you get a fish on. Fish has got that big crankbait in his mouth. You don't get the fight out of them like with a jig, because they don't even know they're hooked. I mean, you know, they eat the jig, and I've found that experience by fishing bass. I was using a fat wrap one day, and versus using a 6-inch worm with an 1/8 ounce jig head on here. What a difference, you know. You get the fish on with the crankbait in his mouth. It just comes in like putting a board in there and reel him straight in, where versus on that 1/8 ounce jig head and the worm, they fight like a son of a gun, because there's nothing sticking out, you know, and it bothers them to swim. Or
there we go.
That one. Take your time. Whoop.
Yep. I'll tell you what, the other nice thing about a jig is you get to feel that bite.
Yep.
I always love that. It's kind of like what the allure of fly fishing is.
Yeah.
With the jig, you have to give it life, and you get to feel the bite. Oh, it's got a pretty good. You know, first fish in the river today. I never like to guess the size of the first fish, because I'm always wrong. It always feels bigger till I get it in.
Just take your time.
Oh, it's on.
Big sheephead. See,
yeah,
that's
big
what I'm
sheephead.
saying.
Yeah.
Yep. You get a lot of them today.
Well, they're not what we're targeting, but he pulled my string, and it's still fun.
Yeah. That's a good size one there. Get him.
Yeah. Now this is typically considered a rough fish. It's a sheephead type of a drum, but when you're fishing, all you care about is catching some fish and having fun. We'll get the target species. Great way to start the day. So what species do you catch in the river here, Griz?
Oh, you catch everything. Anything that swims in Minnesota except lake trout and salmon.
So you get common walleyes, of course, what we're targeting, but a lot of smallmouth in the river, catfish.
Yep, crappies, northerns, largemouth bass. Well, sturgeon, you know, you catch catfish, channel cats, flatheads.
A muskie now and then too, I think.
Oh yeah, there's some big ones down here.
Do you have to target those species individually, or do you pick a lot of them up while you're walleye fishing?
Well, you pick up everything on a jig down here.
Yep.
Pick up even muskies on it, you know. It's you never know. That's a nice thing about fishing the river. You get a bite, you can't say, well, this is a walleye or whatever. You don't know what you got until you get it up to the surface. Oh, there you got another one here.
I'm king of the sheep's head.
Yeah, you got a nice big one there. You can get him?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and just keep the boat. I'll get this one. If we lose them, we've had enough of these, so I'm getting ready to catch a walleye. I have got these sheep's head figured out, though. If I can get under his gill plate here. Get him here.
They're hard to hang. They're real tough to mount.
Yeah.
You know, the lip.
Yeah, they.
So you got to get him under the gill plate. Oh, he came off. That was good.
Yeah.
It was about a 10-pound walleye. You know what? We're just starting the day, and I've had lots of bites, and they've been sheep's head so far, but just having a great time, and it's just, we're 15 minutes from a metropolitan area, and just good fun, and with great people, and you know, folks, we're not only having a great time here, but we're fishing with a legend in the fishing industry. This man is in 2 halls of fame, Griz.
Yeah.
Minnesota and the National
IGFA.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've had world line class records, and you could do a lot worse coming here rather than going to Canada or something and catching a bunch of fish, let me tell you. All right, Griz.
Fish on.
Yeah, I got
get
something.
The net, or?
I get her. See what we got. I don't get excited until we see what we got on there. There, I got one of your buddies there.
You got one of my sheepheads.
Yeah. Yep, the big ones today too.
been the fish of the day so far.
Yeah.
This is the special sheephead edition of Angling Adventures. Next week we're going walleye fishing.
Yep, there's enough of them around. They're biting today.
Yeah, well, it keeps the action going.
Oh yeah.
I bet you there's been many a guide trip and saved because you got enough of those. They may got a walleye or two, but they kept the action going.
Oh yeah. Well, that's good. You know, it's like I say, it's catch and release anyway. So, who cares? You know, as long as it pulls.
Exactly.
One thing about guiding on the river, all the different species.
Well, and that's just it too. You get it's catch and release. You're trying to have some fun.
Yep. I mean, you can take other fish out here, but walleye, sauger, smallmouth, and largemouth bass all got to go back.
They're all catch and release, all sizes.
Yeah. And you can keep, you know, catfish, crappie, northern, you know, and whatever. Ain't very big. Another one of them.
Another drum.
Yep. Well, you get on this rocks right here now. Pay attention because it's going to come up to like 3.5 feet. So you can't drag over this thing. And you get on the backside, it's going to go down to 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Fish usually lay right in front. Come on.
Yeah, well, Greg's hooked up.
There's a silver bass there.
Oh, all right. Greg got the first.
Oh, I like
other
Yeah.
species. All right.
Want the net?
Yeah, let's net it. Make sure we get to see it.
Here. There you go. That's a good size one. Whoop. Get him. I got to hold the boat up here. There you go.
All right. Good job, Greg.
Just goes to show the diversity in the fishery here. I mean, there's so many different species. Boy, you get into a school of these.
Oh, they're fun.
That's a big one. Almost looks like a hybrid. It's so big, but that's just a regular white bass, huh?
Yep. Yeah, that's a small one actually. We get them up to almost 4 pounds. Some, you know, you get on the right school.
You know, those can be good eating too.
Oh yeah.
If you cook them right, cut that red line out of them and cook them up.
Let the red line.
So now we finally broke through. It took another angler to catch another species here. So.
Shaking off those drum left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. When we get him off, I want to show people how dark that is. I'll just grab the body and then I'll grab
They're
the lip.
strong little buggers.
Oh, they are. Go
Is
ahead.
that because of the stained water they look like that?
Yep.
Look at, you've seen us catch smallmouth. This is a little one, but I wanted to show you the color. You've seen us catch smallmouth all over the world, and look how dark those are. And that's the colored water in this river that keeps them that way, eh?
Yeah, that and they hang around these rocks, which are the same color. So sort of a camouflage thing. They camouflage in with the rocks on the wing dam. That's where we're catching them off of this wing dam over here. The color of the water and hanging around those rocks, they darken themselves in for camouflage. So.
It's amazing how fish adapt, isn't it?
Yep.
Get him back and go back and catch some more fish. Yep, pull something pulling. Fish on.
Thank
Something
you.
pulling my string. I don't know what it is yet. Boy, you just can't tell.
Nope.
You just can't tell. You just can't tell.
Catfish.
Catfish, another species.
Yep. Channel cat.
Yep.
Boy, they put up a tussle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, then he sprayed my glasses. Okay, we'll get him here. Another species of fish. And Greg's hooked up with a fish on the other end of the boat. I'll tell you, folks, well, he's fighting that. We've gotten smallmouth bass, drum, walleyes.
There's another kitty.
Another catfish back here. Greg's got one on. What else? I'm missing a species. We got walleye,
Smallmouth.
Get this one back in there.
Yep.
Get him going. And then if the camera turns around, we got another one right there. Pretty awesome. Well, I cleaned my glasses off here. I tell you what, folks, it's been amazing. We've only been out for a short time this morning. Haven't really even put in some serious time. We've been running a little bit and looking for the right fish. I'll tell you right now, the action has been constant and steady, and it's been fun, and we haven't even begun to just fish and even target some of what we're after. So stay tuned, because there's a lot more of this to come. You've got a trophy walleye fishery here that rivals any in the United States or in North America.
Yeah, it's good down here. Good fishing.
Well, you know, people will travel and spend weeks and days in Canada to get trophy walleyes like this, or go to the Columbia River, when you can come right here, just outside of downtown St. Paul in the Mississippi River. And if you get somebody like you that knows the river and can put them on it, how many 10-pound plus walleyes have you caught in the last few weeks?
Well, we had over 30.
Over 30 10-pound plus.
Yep. It's unbelievable, actually. When I used to travel the whole country, it probably, the whole Minnesota here, back in the old days, well, if you get 1 or 2 a year, you're doing good, you know, but heck, every day it's, you know, you get spoiled.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's not to mention the 5, 6, 7s, and 8s you catch.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a lot of those.
Now, this is a catch and release fishery.
Yep.
So, and you kind of were one of the proponents of turning it into that.
Yeah, me and Dick Sternberg and myself, yeah, we worked on it, and we got the head fishery manager down here back in 1989. And it was December 18th, I remember that. We had snow on shore, and we got Dwayne Chodine in a boat. He was the fishery manager down here, and this is his district. And well, he had 25 sample envelopes. He says, we'll never fill them. Well, it took Dick and I 53 minutes. We had them all filled up, and the rest of the day we went fishing for fun. So that's the way that went.
Well, and because of the conservation efforts and the catch and release fishery for these walleyes, you've turned it in where a metropolitan area of over 3 million people have a fishery like this right in their backyard.
Yep, it's great. That's what I like about it. You know, I can guide and be home every night, where I used to sleep in my truck for 4 or 5 months out in the road, you know. And well, that gets old too, sweating in the back end of your truck on them hot summer nights. And
how long of a season do you have to guide here?
Well, I start in March, you know, and I go all the way until, well, end of October. I could go longer, but that's my hunting season. So I run trips in between the hunting time too, you know, if I'm not going out of town or whatever.
How far ahead do people have to usually get a hold of you if they were coming into the Twin Cities area here to get a trip?
You know, a week or so. You know, in the hot months, I got more openings because it sort of slows down for people. But yeah, they just call up and I'll give them the dates and stuff, whatever I got open. And
we'll get that contact information for you here, folks, and we'll have it again later in the show and at the end of the show too. Mine in and get the net ready.
Yeah, it might be well, I don't know. We'll find out. A good fighter, no matter if it is.
Oh, yeah, but you know, that's the thing. Hooking this river, they pull like crazy. They're strong fish used to living in the current.
Yeah, that's a walleye, I think.
You never know.
Nice walleye.
Nice walleye. You never know what you're going to get until. Oh, nice walleye.
Oh, you gotta get him.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Now I'll get this over here before it splashes the camera.
Yeah.
There we go. That's one of the ones we're looking for. It's a nice solid fish.
Yep.
All right. Well, Griz, we're not done.
No.
But I'll take a walleye like that any trip.
Oh yeah. And for down here, that's a smaller. I mean, that's a nice one, but it's not the biggest you can put out. So.
No, but nice fish. But I tell you, we've got numbers of fish and big fish. Let's get this one back in the water.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's a walleye.
It's a walleye. It's a decent walleye.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that one.
Oh yeah, a decent walleye. This would be the.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I got it. Oh yeah. I'll take one of those any day.
Yeah, nice.
I'll tell you what, Griz. There we go, folks. That's a Mississippi River walleye, my friend. We didn't show them get the giants today that you get here. I mean, how big of walleyes do you get here?
Oh, we get 12s, 11s, 10s, 13s,
and pretty
14s.
common. How many 10-pound plus this year?
Oh, well, last month in June I had 30 over 10 pounds.
30 over 10. Didn't get a 10 today. We might have a few minutes left, but we're probably going to let you folks go. But I'll tell you what, I'll take fish like this any day. 10 species of fish, big walleyes, nice smallmouth bass, saugeye. Greg, why don't you come up here a second real quick? I hate to say this, but we got here about 150 years of fishing experience. 2 of the legendary guides in Minnesota, and I guess I fit in there somewhere, but I tell you, as good a day. Let's get this one back in the water. Great fish. It'll be here. It's a catch and release fishery.
Thank you, Griz.
Yep.
If you get a chance to come up in the Mississippi River, right outside of downtown St. Paul, fishing with the Griz, Hall of Famer, guide. He's been guiding forever, fishing. He's only been fishing this river since 46 or 47.
Yes. Yep.
We're going to put his information right up here. I'll tell you what, folks, you won't have more fun. You won't have a better day. It's just a great place and a great fishery. Greg, as always, our co-host, thanks for fishing with us today. Closer to your home waters than you usually are with us.
It's always fun.
And Griz, you know, you and I we probably ran in the same circles for 50 years, but our first time to fish together.
Yep.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
Folks, here's the information right up here. Website, the phone number. It'll be again at the end of the show. You know, get up. If you're coming up to the Twin Cities area, or if you live in the area, or if you want to catch them, this may be one of the best spots to catch the walleye of your lifetime, and to catch 10 other species while you're doing it. So get up here, make this one of your adventures, and join us next week on Angling Adventures.